Welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. Accelerated digitisation augurs well for the IT services industry, says ICRA. Growth momentum for the industry is likely to sustain over the near term. This has been supported by uptick in all key verticals such as BFSI, telecom, manufacturing, retail and distribution. Domestic IT services companies are having a good run and their revenue growth is expected to be around 9 to 12% in FY 2022, driven by accelerated and robust demand for digital technologies from enterprises globally and partly on a low base of last year due to COVID-19 impact. Industry growth, though, is expected to moderate marginally to 6 to 9% in FY 2023, partly also on account of the base effect. Carrying forward the momentum from recent quarters, ICRA's sample of 13 IT companies recorded revenue growth of 17.6% in INR terms and 17.3% in US dollar terms in Q2 FY2022. The INR appreciated by 1.0% vis-a-vis euro on a year-on-year basis, which moderated INR growth to some extent during the quarter. However, the normalization in operational overheads as work from office has resumed partially and some pricing pressure on commoditised services operating margins have seen some moderations in H1 FY2022. Notwithstanding the same, margins are expected to remain healthy between 22 to 24% over the medium term. A spokesperson of ICRA says, in line with the growth trajectory witnessed over recent quarters, Indian IT services companies are expected to report healthy growth over the near term due to favorable factors. This growth has been supported by uptake in all key verticals such as BFSI, telecom, manufacturing, retail and distribution. However, concerns have emanated from elevated attrition levels of the industry due to a strong demand for digital technologies and lack of adequate skilled manpower to service the same. Companies are reskilling employees to overcome this challenge. However, they have also been able to achieve higher employee productivity through increased deployment of technology. Hiring by IT companies is at an all-time high, buoyed by strong demand and net addition over the past 4 quarters has been increasing exponentially. Moreover, IT services companies remain focused on enhancing the share of fixed price contracts as it assures better revenue visibility and also allows for higher deployment of offshore resources where the salaries are 60 to 70% lower, coupled with better utilization of manpower across such projects and deployment of automation. Let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. 6 lakhs cybercrime complaints have been received, says AmitShah. Addressing a meeting of the advisory panel to discuss cybercrime threats, challenges and response, Home Minister AmitShah said that the National Cybercrime Threat Analytics Unit has so far blocked 266 mobile applications considered to be a threat to cybersecurity. Over 6 lakh cybercrime complaints were received through the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, leading to the registration of 12,776 FIRs. He further confirmed that the infrastructure to deal with cybercrimes has been going on for the last 7 years and now it is complete. He added that the work of making analytical tools against cybercrimes is also 40% complete and efforts are being made to train police and lawyers to prevent cybercrimes. Samsung succeeds Intel as top chip maker by revenue. Samsung Electronics took over the top spot in the global semiconductor market by revenue in the third quarter of memory chip sales, replacing Intel, which had been the top chip maker for 11 straight quarters. Intel dropped to number 2 behind Samsung as the memory segment, where Samsung is the number 1 DRAM and NAND supplier with the largest growth area of semiconductor in the 3 months ended in September. Ness to acquire DXCTechnology's IsraeliITfirm. Hilam Group's Ness, a provider of services and solutions in the fields of information technology, has signed an agreement to acquire DXC's IT services company in Israel. Ness will acquire 100% of the company's share capital in the amount of $65 million. The merged group will have approximately 5,000 employees and managers. The transaction is expected to close at the end of next year's first quarter and its completion is subject to the accepted conditions. Apple starts the trial production of iPhone 13 in India. Apple has announced that it has begun the trial production of the iPhone 13 in India at the Foxconn plant near Chennai. The company will only produce the iPhone 13 and has no plans to produce iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro Max in the country. Despite protests over food poisoning at the Foxconn factory near Chennai, the manufacturer will also expand the production along with continuing it. The company expects to start the commercial production from February next year. The device produced will be sold domestically as well as exported to the company's other markets. OfBusiness raises $325 million at $5 billion valuation. B2B e-commerce platform OfBusiness has raised $325 million in its Series D round led by Alpha Wave Ventures 2, Tiger Global Management and SoftBank Vision Fund 2. The fresh proceeds have been raised at a valuation of approximately $5 billion. The company has recorded an over 6x jump in its valuation in the past 8 months. The company will use the funds to dig deeper into supply chains on the commerce side, along with building technology for its SaaS solutions and financing engine. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.